And our hearts go out to the Gallagher family, who just last week unexpectedly said goodbye to their aunt and great aunt, Kathy Lundy, who was intended to be here today. So with that, I'd like to introduce Michelle Ellis, who's going to lead us in a reading.
The key to love is understanding, the ability to comprehend not only the spoken word, but those unspoken gestures, the little things that say so much by themselves. The key to love is forgiveness, to accept each other's faults and pardon mistakes, without forgetting, but with remembering what you learned from them. The key to love is sharing, facing your good fortunes as well as the bad together, but conquering problems, forever searching for ways to intensify your happiness. The key to love is giving, without thought of return, but with the hope of just a simple smile, and by giving in, but never giving up. The key to love is respect, realizing that you are two separate people with different ideas, that you don't belong to each other, that you belong with each other, and share a mutual love. The key to love is inside us all. It takes time and patience to unlock all the ingredients that will take you to its threshold. It is the continual learning process that demands a lot of work, but the rewards are more than worth the effort, and that is the key to love.
Thank you, Michelle. So I think we all know every wedding starts with a love story. And Ryan and Steph's, at least it started it, and the whole thing has been one of my favorites. Probably because I've been there since the start and I've seen it to what it is today. It all started back on February 4th, 2011. It's a regular old Friday night when we were 21, 22 years old. We headed down to Waxy O'Connor's for a good old time. But that night was a little special for Ryan and Steph, and that's why we're here today. Ryan was actually on a date with another girl that night. And he quickly lost interest as soon as he laid eyes on Steph. Ryan was faced with a dilemma. What was he going to do with this other girl? The guy, Dan Ferretti and Tom Lucy, raise their hands real quick. These guys right here. Ryan, being the creative genius he is, pulled these two guys in and told them that they absolutely had to distract this girl at all costs, while Ryan began his first of many missions with Steph. So that night, I think Steph might have been playing a little hardball, because Ryan could not get Steph's attention. And in order to do so, I can still remember this guy, the man of no shame, running around Waxy O'Connor's in a bright pink sweatshirt that was 3 sizes too small. He obviously eventually got Steph's attention, but still wasn't confident in the impression he was leaving, because all night he kept asking Steph if he remembered his name. All right, 6 years later, I'm here to say I think she liked your name. And she really liked your last name. So that was Wax's. The next day, Steph and I get text. Steph's was from a random number, and probably asking if he still remembered that guy last night at the bar, if he remembered his name. And I got a text telling me I had to have a Super Bowl party the next day. I'm like, Ryan, dude, the Pats lost a couple weeks ago. I'm not having a party. But of course, Ryan, being the negotiator he is, we had a party, and Steph came, and that's how it all began. I've had the pleasure of knowing you both separately before you were a couple, and how awesome you are as individuals. And it's been truly amazing to watch you grow to what you are today. Beautiful, strong, loving, confident couple, capable of doing whatever you put your hearts to. I think this wedding and everything you've done up to it is a perfect example of that. It's amazing. Yeah. I love you guys. That's how I was going to finish that. Wedding rings are a symbol of commitment and love. The rings are circular, like their love, with no beginning and no end. They represent what has been and what always will be. They're made of solid, sturdy material, which is meant to survive years and years of washing dishes, exercising, woodworking, flag making, entrepreneurship, and of course high fives. I was going to say holding hands, but Ryan doesn't do that. Couples wear their wedding rings every day as a symbol of their love and of course to make their friends jealous. Brittany? Where's the rings? Ryan, you're going to go first. Can you place the ring at the tip of Seth's finger? And repeat after me. I, Ryan, take you, Stephanie.
I, Ryan, take you, Stephanie.
To be my lawful wife.
To be my lawful wife.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
Until death do us part.
Until death do us part.
Ryan, you place the ring. Steph, it's your turn. Place a ring on the tip of Ryan's finger. And repeat after me. I, Stephanie, take you, Ryan.
I, Stephanie, take you, Ryan.
To be my lawful husband.
To be my lawful husband.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
For sickness and in health.
Until death do us part.
Till death do us part.
And by the powers invested in me by the state of Massachusetts, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Ryan, you kiss your wife.